Welcome back to Diecast Resurrection. Today I thought we'd continue on with Van Week. We're going to work on my Dodge A-100 here. This is going to have the premium paint on it with the clear coat, so it's going to be the ultimate test for the new paint strippers. So I'm kind of curious how well this holds up. These premium ones are a pain in the butt to strip. Anything that's got a Disney character on it, man, they clear coat the heck out of these things. So that's what we're going to work on today. It's got a nice metal base, which is awesome. I was thinking about polishing up these bumpers, getting them to the point where they're like chrome. I thought that might be cool. There's some nice tinted glass. Perfect. Very cool. We will set this stuff to the side. My experience when you're stripping these premium line Hot Wheels is you need to scuff this clear coat up a little bit. So we're going to do that with a little Scotch-Brite. And then once the shine is gone, it seems like the paint stripper can kind of bite into the paint a little bit easier. If you don't do this, it could take hours, it could take half a day. Like, this stuff's really tough to strip usually. It's like my arch nemesis. I guess I saw a comment last night, and it was a question that asked, are you going to do any challenges with other YouTubers? And the answer to that is yes. I've actually been in contact with my man Rivera. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rivera's Hot Wheels. It's a little channel on YouTube. If you go check it out, make sure you say hello for me. He's a pretty cool dude, and he does a lot of customs that are relatable to this channel, meaning he does a lot of Chevy square bodies, a lot of lowriders, stuff like that. So I think to do a collab with anybody, it'll probably be with him first, just because we have the same kind of people at our channels, I believe. So this is looking pretty scuffed. Actually looks kind of cool scuffed, I'll be honest. Puts a little something on it. Alright, let's drop this in the stripper and just see what happens. Like this. Somebody wanted a time lapse of this in the last video, so I guess we'll just watch this and see. Oh, it's going fast. I don't even think we even need to do a time lapse. Looks like there's a lot more action on the sides than on the roof here. That's kind of disappointing. Let's have a look-see here. Oh my goodness. There's another love stain for the matte. Man, just can't win. Well, I'm gonna say that's probably adequately paint stripped. This stuff kind of goes overboard. Yeah, it's got a little bit more work to do. It was still working its way under all this clear coat here. So I'm probably just going to go hit this with a wire brush and see if the rest of these little flakies come off. Perhaps I took this bun out of the oven a little bit too early, but no big deal. Just cleaning some of the paint out of these little door seams and stuff. Pretty cool. I'm glad that stripper ate up that paint no problem in a timely manner. So this stuff might be the most aggressive out of all the strippers that I've had. I like my strippers nice and aggressive. Cool, that's looking pretty good. I think we can go ahead and just do a little once over with the file. Make sure everything's hunky-dory. I think it is. Everything looks good here. Oops. Sorry, camera. Maybe we'll get ourselves a fresh chunk of this red Scotch-Brite here. Oh. You know what might round out Van Week really nicely? Volkswagen Microbus kit. Huh? Maybe we'll do that this weekend? That'd be sweet. Patron and channel supporter John Hatchett sent that one in. Namaste. John Hatchett, premium subscriber. That man deserves a Diecast Resurrection trophy. And we just happen to have some. I don't even know what happened there. I don't remember even touching that finger. I've got some appropriate wheels for this body style I think you guys are going to appreciate. These are M2s. And I believe I bought them a while back in an M2, just a wheel kit. And yeah, they're sweet. I think they're gonna look real good on this van. Oh yeah, it's like the era, right? Alright, so I'm at the point now where I think I would like to head over to the spray booth and we're going to lay down a nice silver sealer as our base coat, and a silver sealer below a marine blue. We're not going to go too heavy on the blue. We want it to be a nice bright color because our flames is going to have a little bit of white in it and some orange and probably even a little bit of gold at the front. So I guess I'll meet you in the spray booth. Alright, we got our little van looking good. Look at that thing. That's a nice midnight blue candy. Gets even nicer if you keep putting more on there. It gets kind of like purple, kind of almost like a metallic purple kind of look on the edges. That's pretty cool stuff. So basically what we're going to have going on here is our flames are going to start kind of just after the door, and it's going to go down all the way to about, I don't know, probably about here somewhere on the body. And modify this. It's gonna be just like that. And I'm not pushing down too hard on this here vinyl because I know this stuff's way too tacky for what we do. Easy. So now we'll just do a little bit of masking. Where's my little tape dispenser? So I think my plan for doing these flames is we're gonna just lay down a little bit more of that silver sealer. And I'm hoping that's going to kind of put a barrier between the candy and any of the other colors we got to put down. Because sometimes if you spray a little bit of white over top of this blue candy, it'll actually pull some of the blue into the white and mess it all up. So we got to be careful of doing things like that. We're going to just try to stick this one in the same kind of general ballpark. Something like that. Alright, so I got a little van taped off, ready to go. So we'll start with the silver sealer and hopefully everything works out. Okay. So there's our silver sealer, our first coat. I don't know if you could tell right on this corner, I sprayed just a tad too wet and it started to try to bleed through a little bit of blue. That was the only part that had any kind of bleed through, and that's kind of just one of the downfalls of using candy. It's using like dye pigments, and yeah, they can just bleed easily. So I don't think we're going to have an issue here, but I do got to keep pushing these stencils down to make sure my flames are nice and tight against the body. So now I'm going to just throw in some white. I want it to kind of get this front door-ish looking white and maybe a little across the front. And then while I'm in there, I'm going to just throw some orange on these flame tips. It's going to be sweet. Alright, let's have a look and see how we did here. Oh, not bad, not bad. Not bad, we can work with that. Got a little bit of overspray there below the door handle. That's just because that door handle was raised, so the tape was raised right on that edge there. That's my bad, I'm gonna have to touch that up, but that looks pretty sick. Gleek, 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 gleek. I think this one's looking pretty sweet so far. I did a few little details on it, kind of chromed up some hinges and some door handles and stuff. I think once we get a little clear coat on here, she's going to look like $1,000,000. Looking forward to getting this one on the rotisserie and having a look at it. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go clear coat this thing, and then we can just mount our wheels on our base, and then we could think about doing an assembly, man. This thing's going to be awesome. I can't wait to have it on the bench. Gleek, 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 gleek. Alright, so I got our van. The A-100 is in the paint oven drying. Now I want to see about chroming up these bumpers a little bit. And that's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to polish them. But I want to get them as smooth as I can first. So I'm going to do a little bit of sanding with some 2000. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll try it with 2000. I did a nice job on this casting replicating the bumpers. Good job. Premium line Hot Wheels. Hell yeah. We'll go straight into a polish here with some Metal Glow. Use one of these. Good little schmag on there. I tell you, a little polishing goes a long way on these bumpers. Personally, I'm looking for that realism of chrome. And I say that looks pretty darn good. Sweet, so now we could plug some wheels into this thing, and then we could pretty well do an assembly once our body's done drying. So I did some standard axle tubes on this, and I got her just scraping along here. Nicely lowered. As soon as that's dry, I'm going to be able to do an assembly, and then we'll roll this thing out and have a look at it. It's going to be pimp. I'm excited. Leak, 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 leak. Oh yeah, that's a good looking van. Let's get it up on the rotisserie and have a look at it. Here's our little A10 looking good. Those flames are nice and sharp on this one, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks good. I like those muscle wheels. I did the interior black. The silver sealer does a real nice job of kind of putting a metallic below that candy, right? So all you see is nothing but flake. So that's pretty sweet. If you would drive it, leave a like on this video. We're going to keep the Van Week theme going here. I'm going to do another one this weekend, and I'm not 100% sure what kind of van. I'm going to try to do a mural. I'm going to have another look. Some of you guys suggested a few sites where I could go check out some vans with murals, and hopefully I can find what I need and we could do an awesome mural this weekend. Be sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.